Hey everyone, I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are reviewing the S.H.Figuarts Pac-Man figure from Tamashii Nations. I would like to thank Bluefin providing Pac-Man for review, greatly appreciated. Pac-Man is inspired from the classic 1980s arcade game, and he's packaged in a window box with artwork inspired from that game. On the top there, especially, you see the artwork, you see pixelated Pac-Man, Blinky, and as well as cherries on top. You see the white squares that he eats throughout the game. And also on the top, you see a brief description of the figure. Let's bring this in a little bit closer so you guys can get a look. The front of the packaging on the bottom includes logos from the company, a great image of the Pac-Man figure inside the box, more arcade artwork. The side of the packaging gives you a look at Pac-Man in a pose, as well as another description there. And it's the same thing on the other side. The back of the packaging gives you a look at Pac-Man in various poses, as well as two additional items, one of which is Blinky and also the cherry that's included in here. You also see a description on the bottom. As well as a description on top. So what I'm going to do now is open this up and let's take a closer look. Here's a look at the plastic tray. Pac-Man is carefully positioned in there for safekeeping, as well as his accessories, which include the Ghost Blinky, the red one up on the upper left-hand side there, cherries that are also pixelated, as well as 3 different alternate hands, and an alternate face that we're going to check out. Here is your in-hand look at Pac-Man, as long as pixelated offerings of the cherries, as well as the Ghost Blinky, which you see right there. Blinky and the cherries are made of hard plastic, and they also did a really good job making it look pixelated. You see how that looks, especially on the front and the sides there, the artwork. On the back of these, there are little holes, which you see right there. So, Pac-Man himself, very nicely done. He's also made of hard plastic. Here's a look at the back there. The facial details, very nicely done. Very happy with how this came out. The side of the figure, I will say that they left this silver pin on the side there, which is visible. Usually they've perfected these things where you don't see these little imperfections like this on the sculpt. However, this Pac-Man figure has that. You see these silver gaps there on the side of the legs, as well as on the boot. But other than that, I think he's perfect. I think they did a very nice job on him. And I think he has a great likeness. Inside the mouth, you see how they sculpted the tongue. That looks great. The eyes, even the nose. So, as far as the articulation, obviously there's no articulation on the head, which is round, as well as depicted in the game. The articulation would go a swivel hinge shoulder, which you can see here, swivel bicep, swivel hinged elbow, as well as ball jointed hands, and that's on both sides. The hips, swivel hinged hips, and you also have this really neat swivel effect here on the bottom, which is pretty neat. Full range of motion on the legs here. The hips itself, swivel hinge, as I was saying. The knees are hinged right here, and the feet are hinged as well. You can even see that in there a little bit. So that's how the feet move. What I like about this is that you can have them look down thanks to that extra hinge joint on the knees, as well as you can have them look all the way up, which is a nice little attention to detail and added articulation, which is something I wasn't expecting. So they did a very nice job on that. In the classic arcade game, Pac-Man is depicted roughly the same size as the ghosts as they chase him as he tries to eat all the dots and everything. This figure, however, is much larger than the ghost, which you see here. He's also not pixelated, also a little bit more stylized, as now he's given arms and legs, hands and feet. So that's definitely a nice touch there. While Blinky is this tiny little ghost that's, as I said earlier, pixelated here. And you have the cherries too, which are roughly the same size as Blinky. With the articulation in the arms and legs, you can create various poses, such as Pac-Man running, which you see here. What I like about it is that both feet don't have to be flat on the floor. One foot could stand up and just have the back of the foot touch the floor. And he's still easy to stand up pretty well. However, in this form, if you touch it a little bit, he will likely fall over. So just be aware of that. You can create various poses to your delight, which is nice. Especially one with him looking like he's punching, various other ways. So, as I showed you guys in the plastic tray, Pac-Man comes with an alternate faceplate, which you can swap out for this one. This one has a blinking eye, as shown. Same mouth and same eyebrows. The face is pretty much the same with the exception of that one left eye there. And just for a comparison, here's a look at that. So you're going to have all those same features. And let me just turn this around, giving you a look at the other side. As you can see, it's hollow. And you see these holes on the three sides where the pegs can be inserted into. So it's pretty easy to swap it out. Also, you see his thumb up hand sculpt with the right wrist there. That's one of his interchangeable hands. All of his hands are all gloved, as shown. And the only real difference between the closed-fisted and the thumbs up is that obviously the thumbs are in different position. This one is down, touching the glove, while this one is sticking up. Here's a look at the two open gloves, as well as both of them have the thumbs up. These are the other two gloves that are included. Here's a look at the back. So there's a total of 5 interchangeable gloves. I've shown you the closed gloves as well as the closed glove with the thumb up. Blinky, of course, the cherries, as far as accessories, and of course the alternate face, which you see right back there. Overall, I think they did a phenomenal job on it. He retails for $20, and for that price, you definitely cannot go wrong. It's a great figure, especially for that price. You get some great looking accessories. Overall, it's a great figure. I think fans of Pac-Man, classic gamers, action figure fans are definitely going to want to pick them up. Again, he's a great figure, great attention to detail, likeness. There's definitely a lot to love about this figure, especially for the price point. You just can't beat it. Usually you can't get an S.H.Figuarts figure for that low of a price. This time you can. So definitely recommend picking him up. Check out the written portion and photo gallery on toyhypeusa.com under where to purchase. He should be shipping in July 2021. So make sure to get your pre-orders in and guarantee yourself a figure, as I believe he will sell out, especially at this low price. Thank you again to Bluefin for providing Pac-Man for review. Greatly appreciated. I am Anthony Scott of toyhypeusa.com. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more coverage.